Left or right? Coke or Pepsi? Elvis or the Beatles? Gilman versus John McClane. Okay, that's kind of weird. Or how about Tiny Toons Adventures or Animaniacs? Yes, really. Most say Steven Spielberg's streak of cartoons began with Tiny Toons and peaked with Animaniacs. It definitely had the bigger fan base. But was it the superior show? Let me explain for millennials, or people who missed out on it. Tiny Toons Adventures was the first Steven Spielberg produced cartoon show. Starring child counterparts of the Looney Tunes, it had quality animation, music, voice acting, sharp wit, and brutal slapstick. And it also had its own innocence. 3 years later, Warner Bros. Gave us Animaniacs, with completely original characters, even though they're based off the old cartoons from the 20s. It had a greater aim towards parody and pop culture references. It was more of a hit with the adults, unlike how Tiny Toons was mostly made for kids. It gained a cult-like reputation, and it's remembered for being one of the greatest cartoons ever made, even surpassing the Tiny Toons legacy. But was it really the greater show? I'm not going to give you the answer because there is no answer, but I'm going to give a strong case towards Tiny Toons Adventures. It was the show that started off the league of children/adult cartoons. Powerpuff Girls and SpongeBob SquarePants would fall under this category. It was a lot more unpredictable, while Animaniacs was more vulgar and relied on its own shtick, even with its multiple characters. And when you think about it, the title Tiny Toons Adventures, there's sometimes a dilemma what the characters have to go through or solve. Sometimes it was a slice of chaotic life, and sometimes it was even their version of MTV. Despite the unbeatable performance of Rob Paulsen as Yakko Warner, both Buster and Babs seemed to have better chemistry than the Warner Brothers did, including Plucky and Hampton. It also gave us a better movie, and a Halloween and spring break special. And I want to bring up another point. It comes down to a lot of these pop culture rivalries constantly get compared. The created versus the perfected. The revolution versus the evolution. Animaniacs clearly took so much from Tiny Toons, but did it give us as much or even more than just refining it? But at the end of the day, I guess it's just apples and oranges. I'll stop talking now.